Hey girls and guys, I am back from Dubai and I can't wait to share my experience with you guys. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for all the advice and the tips that you guys left me. I took heed to most of them and they really were helpful while I was over in Dubai. So I really want to say thank you to that. I'm greatly appreciative for our community. I love you guys. Yes. All right, so this update is really about my trip, what happened, things that I expected to happen that didn't, or things that I didn't expect to happen and did. So I'm gonna give you guys that update and let you know the whole shebang and tell you how much I love or hate Dubai, okay? All right, so if you've enjoyed this whole series, please don't forget to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to House of Hot if you haven't already. And also, if you are subscribed to House of Hot, please be sure to hit the little bell next to the subscribe button to make sure that your notifications are on so that you get inbox notifications every time we upload a brand new video, okay? All right, so let's jump into this old crazy story of mine. So much to share, so much to share. I don't even know where to get started. Anyway, so I'm extra little hyper today. I don't know why. I think I'm just really excited that I'm not dealing with jet lag anymore. If you've ever experienced jet lag, let me tell you, I had one of the worst cases that I've ever experienced in my life. It lasted almost an entire 7 days. So I'm really, really excited that I have my energy back and I'm not feeling like lethargic and like I'm gonna just roll over and die, because that's what it felt like. Yes. Anyway, I'm a little hyper, so I apologize. Yeah, so first of all, let's start with the flight. The flight is 16 hours. We took a direct flight from LAX to Dubai International Airport, and it was 16 hours. 16 hours is a long time to be doing anything. So we'll just start there. We flew Emirates. Emirates is a really cool airline. I was not paying for the ticket, so I was not able to put myself in business class. So it was a little rough. And yeah, I don't know if you guys were following I didn't really snap because, oh, that was the thing too. So for whatever reason, we did not have Wi-Fi on the plane. I was very disappointed about that. It's like, what do you mean we don't have Wi-Fi? Like, this is 21st century. I don't know what to do without electronics for 16 hours. 5 hours, I can manage. I can probably rest in 5 hours, but 16 hours, you kind of rest, you wake up, you go back to sleep, you wake up, and it's like, what am I doing? And it's like the Twilight Zone. Anyway, so we get to Dubai. First of all, we left Thursday night. We got to Dubai Saturday morning because Dubai is 12 hours ahead of LA. That was very weird. Normally, I get jet lag going, overseas. And it's only for like a day or so, not so bad. But for whatever reason, I got jet lag coming back, and it was really, really rough. But we got to Dubai Saturday morning at like 1 or 2 in the morning. We made it out of customs. Yes. All right, so let this crazy journey begin. And we actually had to work that day, so that was pretty interesting, leaving the airport and then having to get to the hotel and try to grab a few hours of sleep and then get up to work that same day. So fortunately, we were traveling with Dr. Fancy Pants, and because, he was flying in first class. Wait. We were able to get transportation from Emirates, so if you fly first class, which you should, receive these perks, but you have door-to-door transportation service. So they pick you up in your origination city. So from LAX, they picked us up at Dr. Fancy Pants' house and then took us to the airport. And then we got on the plane, and when we landed in Dubai, they picked us up from the airport and then took us to our prospective hotels. So this is me and Dahlia's suite for the duration of our stay. It's a little kitchen, little dining room, living room. This is the guest bathroom. And here's our little bedroom, 2 little twin beds, and our bathroom. Anyway, we get there, we wake up the next day, and it was a full day of work. I mean, literally, we got up maybe at like 8 something, got dressed, ate a snack, and then started pretty much working. Good morning from Dubai. Ritz-Carlton. There's Dahlia. From that point on until about 10 o'clock that night, maybe 11. It was really, really interesting. And so honestly, for the next, 7 days, that was pretty much my schedule. I was going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and getting up at like 6. That was pretty much the standard. So we were surviving off of 3 or 4 hours of sleep because it was just so much work to do. And I know I told you guys to check out my Instagram feed and my Snapchat to see like the outfits and stuff that I was wearing. Hey guys, all right, so I'm leaving my hotel room. Haven't had much of a chance to really vlog, or vlog. Anyway, I've got to head to work right now, so I will try to do some more stuff that's worth vlogging about. But until then, I just wanted to say hi and show you my outfit. Woo. Almost got closed off the elevator. Okay. So this is what I'm wearing. I'm tired. This light is bad in here. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. But I wasn't going to keep snapping because I was in scrubs every day. So it was really not that cute. I mean, you can see that on a normal day when I'm working with Dr. Smiley, aka Dr. Fancy Pants, in his office, a couple days a week. So there was no point of me snapping while I was in the hospital. First of all, I was too busy. Like, we were so busy. I can't even get into like everything that we were doing. It was busy. And, but the one thing I will say, I met some of the most amazing, beautiful women. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. Yeah, that's Arabic. These women, not just beautiful on the outside. Of course, a lot of them beautiful, gorgeous on the outside, but I mean, really beautiful people on the inside. Many of them spoke English, and so we were able to communicate, but I found myself having conversations with women that only spoke Arabic. And somehow we would communicate. This is like the power of women, which is so beautiful to me. We were able to communicate and not speak the same language and yet still have like a 30, 45-minute conversation. It was so amazing, and that I will cherish for the rest of my life. I really had a great time meeting the women. The women really spoke to me and got to my heart. I also met some really incredible women. So there are 2 women that I met that actually own hospitals. It's like, okay, girl, yes, you own a hospital. I'm not talking about some like little rinky-dink clinic. I'm like state-of-the-art hospitals. Like, go woman power for real, okay? I had never met a woman that owned a hospital, but I met 2 women that own hospitals in the Middle East. Like, if that doesn't tell you something, that should tell you something. We are magical. Yes. So anyway, that was a great experience to meet them. In fact, the hospital that we were working out of, it's owned by a woman, and she's quite fabulous. Her name's Madam Hamda.
Hello from Dubai. Toni, welcome to Dubai.
Thank you. This is one of the most amazing women in Dubai. She is so fabulous. She's really cute. And yeah, she owns one of the hospitals there in Dubai. I will say also, what was the other thing? I have so many things in my brain right now. I can't even keep all my thoughts straight. So if this is all over the place, I apologize. Yeah. Can we talk about the food? Okay. So I was really busy, but your girl found some time to eat at some really amazing restaurants. That in partly thanks to Dr. Fancy Pants, because he's very fancy and he likes fancy food. And so we had tons of Lebanese food and tons of, just Arabic food in general. And let me tell you, your girl loves some good Lebanese food. And I ate so much. I swear I thought I had gained 10 pounds, but because we were so busy and I was running around the whole time, I actually ended up losing 6 pounds. I'm like, how does that work? Can I bottle that up? Because I ate. When I tell you I ate, y'all, I ate a lot and I have no regrets. And it was so yummy, but I still managed to lose 6 pounds. So I don't know how that happened, but it was 6 pounds and some change to be exact. Yeah, so the food was great. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So one thing, even when I put, traveling and stuff on my vision board, one of the main things that came to mind when I thought about, well, why haven't I done more international traveling? Immediately that came to mind was language barrier. I always have this thing in my head that, okay, I'm gonna go to this country because I don't mind going by myself, but I want to make sure that I'm safe and secure, and I want to know that I can communicate with people. So I always have this thing like, oh, well, what if I can't read the signage? Or what if I'm in the airport and these planes, I'm not going to keep stopping for the planes. Sorry. They just, they don't want me to be great. They don't want me to be great. Okay, so back to the signage. Speaking of airplanes, in the airport, I always think like, what if I have a connecting flight? Am I going to be able to read the signs? Like, how am I going to find my gate? These are like really raw things that pop into my mind, and I think I'm not the only one. But the truth of the matter is, usually most places you go, there will be some signs in English, and I'm really grateful and thankful for that. That was one thing in Dubai. Most all the signs have both English translation and Arabic. So because there are a lot of expats that live in Dubai. In fact, about 85% of Dubai's population are expats. They are not native to the region. So I found that very interesting, but also very helpful because a lot of the signs, everything you see is also in English. So it's really easy to get around street names, street signs, even the stop signs. It'll have stop and then it'll have stop in Arabic. So it's really easy to maneuver. Now, the one thing about Dubai, they have a lot of rules, but if you're not a rule breaker, so to speak, you'll be okay. It's not that bad. If you're just not a flat out naughty person, I'm not knocking you if you want to be naughty. But if you're not really a naughty person, then I think you'll be fine in Dubai. I liked it so much that I could actually see myself living there for maybe 7 months out of the year because it gets really hot. And but yeah, I could see myself living there. It's a beautiful place. The architecture, I fell in love with the architecture. The architecture is like amazing. And I know I didn't finish talking about the signage, but everything's in English and it just makes everything really more accessible. So I think that's a big part too. Like traveling to like mainstream countries, you'll find that a lot of the signage is in English, so you'll be able to read. That's one thing that's easy to research when you decide to travel and go to all these different destinations. So anyway, back to the architecture. It's just so beautiful. The buildings, the tallest building in the world is the Burj Khalifa, and it is such a beautiful, tall, sexy building. It's really gorgeous, and it looks like it's sparkling. The way it's designed on the outside with the lights that they have, it's not just regular lights, these are special lights. It makes the building look like it's sparkling with diamonds, like all night long. It's so gorgeous. It is one of the most beautiful buildings that I've ever seen. And since that's the tallest building in the world, I think it was like China or somewhere that was trying to now build the next tallest building. So it's going to be even taller than the Burj Khalifa. But this is how Dubai rolls. Everybody says everything's bigger in Texas. That's a lie because Dubai has that title. Everything's bigger in Dubai. If somebody's doing something, you can count on Dubai to do it bigger. At the Burj Khalifa, the Bellagio fountains where all the water is like, is doing all the designs and stuff. Yeah, that. So Dubai, at the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, they have this fountain show, and it makes Bellagio's show look like they're playing in the kindergarten playground. It's so big. It's huge. It's ginormous. So I thought that was funny. And then next to the Burj Khalifa is the biggest mall in the world. We made it to the Dubai Mall, the biggest mall in the world, and I love this waterfall behind me. The Dubai Mall, it is huge. Like I didn't even see a quarter of this mall and I was tired of it. It is huge. When I say a whole wing is dedicated to just shoes, like there's shoe wing of this mall where Gucci has just a shoe store, Louis Vuitton has just a shoe store within this wing. That side of the mall is bigger than most malls in our country, period. Just the shoe part. And then they have a jewelry part. Then they have women's apparel. Then they have this and that. And they have home. It's crazy. It is crazy. They have also this indoor ski slope, which I didn't get to play at because I didn't have much free time. It's crazy. They have snow that they manufacture and make, and it's an actual ski slope inside of a building that's attached to the mall. Yeah. So anyway, what else? There's so much I could say, and I didn't even get to see a lot of Dubai. It's just that incredible. There was a place that I did get to venture out to, which is City Walk. City Walk is an outdoor mall, and it's just gorgeous. I do have footage from that, so you can see some of it. Okay, so now I am at City Walk. City Walk is one of the newer shopping destinations in Dubai. It's outdoor, very modern, but Parisian. So funny. I'm sitting here at this cafe inside the City Walk Mall, and the guy who sat me decided to be a smarty pants and sit me at a table for 5. So meet my 5 friends, my invisible 5 friends. Oh, hey girl. Hey girl, hey. So this yummy little drink is very popular across Dubai. It is lemonade and mint blended together. Sometimes it's not blended, but it's really good. Alright, so I'm Snapchatting live, trying to track down this number 7, and it is so difficult to find, but these ladies made it happen. Yeah. I really enjoyed being there. It was so peaceful. I just loved being in this super ultra modern world, and yet still see people dressed in full traditional garments. I found that very stimulating for me, for my mind. It was quite amazing. It was beautiful to see. A lot of people really stress the fact about how, Middle Eastern women are oppressed and things like that. And I'm not taking that away because I know there are some areas and regions that's absolutely a problem, the way women are treated. But I will say, being there and divulged into their culture, it's a little bit different. I met so many women that are clearly, visibly happy. Now, mind you, these women are probably more on the wealthier side, the ones that I came in contact with. Well, because people that live in Dubai, it's expensive, but it would be the equivalent of like a LA or New York, maybe more on the closer side of New York. So it's not overly expensive, but it's still expensive for like the average person to just like, dig up their life and go move there. But these women that I met, they weren't oppressed. And I guess I said in this way, if you don't really know what you're missing if you've never had it before. So to them, that's what life is, and that's the way they live their life. And if they're happy, then I'm happy for them. I do not condone, however, the treatment in some other areas where women are obviously abused and treated like, second-class citizens or as a thing or an object, not by any means. But that's not what I personally encountered while I was in Dubai. Even the men that I came across, they weren't aggressive towards me. They weren't anything. A lot of them were very nice, very respectful. Some of them didn't say anything because that's the culture, which I get. I wasn't expecting them to. But still were respectful towards me. And I think a lot of it had to do was because they saw me making an effort to adapt to their environment. And I know a lot of people were like, girl, you doing too much. You don't have to worry about dressing. You can dress however you want to, blah, blah, blah. I know. But for me, I wanted to be respectful towards them. And I tell you this, it really paid off. I feel like I gained their respect, if not all of it, a little bit at least, for at least putting forth an effort. And that means a lot to me. I've had a lot of scarves. I didn't really tie my hair up too much, but I did make sure that I was kind of covered appropriately. Even when we went out, I took a really big pashmina or a scarf and kind of wrapped it around in a very stylish, chic way. And to be honest, so when I was walking through the Dubai Mall, I had a couple Emirates so the people that are actually Emirates, you will see them in traditional dress, in the all white, the guys, the men, and they have like the head cover on. I forget what theirs is called, but fully dressed in white. And the ones that are Emirates, their bands are usually the black ones. If you see the checkered looking like red and white ones, those are Saudi natives. And so that's the key distinction. But I was walking through the mall and I had a couple guys to tell me, not in a disrespectful way at all, but they told me, they said, you look very nice and your outfit is amazing. For me, that was like the ultimate stamp of approval. Not that I needed anybody's approval, but it was really nice to hear coming from such a traditional country, from men that are thought to be oppressive towards women, to compliment me in a very nice, respectful way. Like that was, I don't know, it warmed my heart. I was like, oh, wow, thank you very much. I had on, hopefully I'll find the picture, but I had on my sage green dress from these planes. I'm telling you, they don't want me to be great. I can't even get the story out. Anyway, the dress that I had on was from Fashion Nova, and it was a fitted dress, but it was down to my knees. But I had my cute little scarf that I end up wearing most of the time wrapped around me in such a way with my little heels, and I got a lot of compliments on it. So I was like really happy about that. I was like, oh, okay, yay. Yeah. Not that I'm trying to get anybody's approval. That is not the point. I don't want you guys to misinterpret that, because I know I'll get comments and people be like, well, why are you trying to worry about what other people think? It's not about that. It's about showing respect to other cultures, because when other people come here, we expect them to respect our culture and, go about their life accordingly. So I was trying to do the same. And that's pretty much about it. I'm pretty sure I'm leaving out some stuff, but that's all I got for now. I really want to go back. I may have to go back in May. I'm not for sure. But if I don't, I'm definitely going to go back on my own, just as a straight up tourist, not for work, and really dive into the culture and meet up with some of my new friends that I met. I can't wait to see them again. I am communicating with some of them via Snapchat and through WhatsApp and stuff like that. So very cool. I think I will be in touch with a lot of these women for the rest of my life, and I cherish that. So anyway, that's it. If you like this little story time that it turned out to be, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Like I said, if you haven't already, just hit the little subscribe button. Be sure you check the bell next to it and get the little check mark to make sure you get inbox notifications every time we upload a brand new video. All right, so if you have any questions about Dubai or maybe something I didn't cover, please put that in the comment section down below. I would love to answer any questions or expound on something that I didn't really touch on enough. And let me know what you think. Yeah. All right, so all this stuff will be in a playlist. It'll be called Dubai, and you can click on it if you missed any of the videos, okay? All right, I'll see you girls and guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Talk to you later.
I'm a dork.